By the end of this video, you are going to know everything about a mind-blowing scholarship that I found that I think you should know and I think you should apply to, because the deadline for this scholarship is next month. So you have from now till the end of next month to apply for it. And if you find this video later on, you have 1 year to prepare for it, because this is an annual scholarship. And this scholarship is your passport to Romania, and I'm going to be giving you the ultimate guide to the Transylvania Academica Scholarship. I found this scholarship, and this scholarship is actually in my database along with so many other scholarships. I update the database every day. Like, I'm going to put here the things that I found in this database. If you do not subscribe to this database, I have no idea what you are doing with your life. Go and subscribe to the database. The link is in the description box. So this is actually a scholarship to Romania, and the destination is called Brașov. This is the place where the university is located, and it's actually a scholarship that is tied to a university. So of course, through it you can get to move to Europe. It is like, it can be like your gateway into Europe. And then apparently it is a tech business hub, Romania, or this place in Romania. And then it's a historic medieval city surrounded by Capitine Mountains. Apparently, I have never been there, but that is what the research shows about this particular part of Romania. What really interests me here is the scholarship. Of course, is the scholarship, and that's why I want to tell you all everything about the scholarship and why you should be applying for it. So the host of this is the Transylvania University, and this is a old university. It has about 19,000 students, 60 plus master's programs, about 30 research centers in one of Europe's largest R&D institutes. And learn to be in the center, the university's official motto, promoting interdisciplinary innovation and leadership. So if this scholarship is tied to this university, so you are going to be studying at this university. Okay, so let's look at who can get the scholarship. The opportunity profile. Are you? Number one, you have to be a known EU, non-EEA citizen, which I think most of you are. You need to have a bachelor's degree, because this is a scholarship for master's students. You need to be applying for a master's degree program at their university. So those are the things that you have to meet. So I think many of you can apply for this particular scholarship. And the goal is that this university, it's designed to attract international talent, but the catch is the university is looking to create global ambassadors to increase the international visibility of the institution. To be honest with you all, I had no idea about this university until I bumped into this scholarship, and I was like, oh, okay, I'll make a video about this and tell you all about this to apply for it. But this is me being a global ambassador in some way. Y'all should reach out to me in one way or the other, because this is me practicing, because their goal is to increase visibility of the university, right? And this is me creating a video to my entire audience about the university, so it increases their visibility and the number of applicants, right? So let's look at the hidden cost here. What does this scholarship do for you? Fully covered. Tuition fees is going to be fully waived. That is good. And then accommodation, free housing in modern university dormitories. Clock that. And then they are going to give you a monthly allowance, which is about 170 US dollars, which is going to be a stipend for the month and even during holidays. Clock that. So those are the benefits of the scholarship. Now, what else are you going to have to pay for yourself? Travel. Flights to Romania, you have to take care of your flight. Visa fees, which is 120 euro, you have to take care of it by yourself. And then, of course, daily expenses. But they are giving you a monthly allowance, so you can use that to pay your daily expenses. So with that said, the only thing that you're going to be paying for is your visa fees, which is 120 euro. And then, of course, your flight to the university in Romania. Do I think that this is a good deal? I think that this is a pretty decent deal. And if you look at the eligibility of the scholarship, you are like, they are not asking for a lot. So y'all should be applying for this particular scholarship. So in your application file, what are the things that you need? You need an outstanding CV. Very, very important. Letters of recommendations. I hope that you're in talks with your professors, whoever knows you in an academic fashion, that can vouch for you and say you are a good person, that they should give money to, they should invest in, because as I always say, scholarship is not charity, it is investment, and you have to prove that you are investable. Okay, you are an investable human being. Motivation letter, you have to write that and submit. And then you need a bachelor's degree, because this is a scholarship for master's applicants. To be honest with you, I do not see a ton of things that they are really asking for that y'all cannot provide. This sounds pretty standard to me in terms of applying, and I don't see any exaggerated things that y'all cannot provide for. So let's talk about how are you going to get this scholarship. Like how do we get you to making sure you succeed? Okay, so the hacks and the tips and how you actually win. Motivation letter, you need to make sure that you treat your motivation letter as an ambassador page. As I told you all already, the goal of the scholarship provider is they want to increase visibility of their university. How are you going to do that? So you have to treat it like an investor page. Explicitly state how you will act as ambassador for the university. They should employ me. They should give me some money to talk more about their university, because this is me practically being an ambassador for them and sharing about this university to what? All of you, right? Your CV, you need to state measurable achievements. So don't be doing a list of tasks. No, you have to actually have measurable academic achievements, publication, leadership roles. I did this, which led to this. They always say use the STAR method, okay? Use the STAR method such that they can be able to see the results of whatever it is that you say you did, because that is very important. Recommendation letters. Here, you should be, number one, guide your professors, guide whoever is going to write it, ensure that they mention specific projects and rank you among their peers rather than just providing generic praise. So if you're going to be asking for anyone to write your recommendation letters for this scholarship, make sure you hold their hand and make sure that they write the right thing such that you get this scholarship, okay? Timeline to victory. So February to April, the deadline for this scholarship is actually at the end of April. So you all should apply for it right now. Online registration, fill out the portal. And then April and May, they are doing your file evaluation and the university board is doing the reviews and everything. Mid-May, you have your list of approval. Pending list is finalized. End of May, winners are announced. Successful candidates are notified exclusively via email. So by the end of May, you will already have a clear idea if you are going to Romania. I should actually make my younger brother apply for this. It looks so, it looks doable. It looks like it's not that hard. Just imagine, this is us. This is end of March, right? By May, you will have gotten a scholarship. By May. Oh my God. All right. Post-acceptance migratory path begins, okay? So step one, you win, right? That is important. Step two, you have to do your university processing. This is at the Transylvania University. I've never heard that name. And then step three, the golden ticket, the ministry is going to issue a letter of acceptance, and then it sends it to your university and they are going to email it to you. And then step four, you use that letter to apply for a long stay visa at your local Romanian embassy. You all let me know in the comment section, do you have a Romanian embassy in your country? To be honest, growing up, even living in the capital, I do not remember seeing a Romanian embassy at all in my country. Do y'all have a Romanian embassy? I don't think so. I don't remember seeing it at all. You all let me know in the comment section, okay? Now let's talk about that visa that you're going to be applying for, okay? So the visa requirements, they need that letter that we're just talking about earlier, and then a police clearance. You're not a criminal. I hope you're not. And then medical insurance, and then proof of accommodation. Apparently, there should be, when they give you, you can ask the university about this accommodation. Like, okay, what am I supposed to know? What am I supposed to do? All right, let's talk about how much you're going to be spending in Romania as you live and study there. But you have a scholarship, so you're kind of good. So the monthly budget, you're going to be spending about $170 a month. That is what they're actually going to be giving you under your scholarship. Accommodation, all is covered. Food and groceries, you're going to be spending about 180 USD per month. Oh my goodness, your what they are giving you is 170, but you're going to be paying about 180 for your food. Local transportation about $18. So what this means is you need some extra money. You need some extra money. I hope that they let students be able to work and things like that, so that you can work part-time to make some extra money. Settling in campus life, they have free accommodation. Oh my goodness, I wish I got free accommodation. And it is actually fully equipped dormitories. That's amazing. They have 2 campuses, so you can choose to, I don't know if you can choose to live in any, I'm not sure. But they say both campuses have dedicated cafeterias, fast internet, vibrant multicultural student communities. That sounds like a good idea to me. Oh yeah, and then here they are talking about the work that you can do as a student. So as a student, you can work maximum 6 hours a day. 6 hours a day, that's like 30 hours a week. That's a lot. All right, so you're able to do some work, and Romania apparently has a booming tech engineering and language outsourcing market, and they actively seek candidates with international experience and foreign language skills. That is amazing. And one of the things that I was actually saying on X recently is, if you're going to study in a country that speaks a language that is not English, learn that language. Learn that language, because it's going to help you a lot, you guys. So life as an expert, health, wealth, and leisure. They have healthcare that is going to cover you, banking, highly digital, and then leisure, you can get to relax as much as possible. You're not there to relax though, you're there to study. So you have to study, don't relax. And then what are your next steps? So you have to go to the scholarship portal, you have to apply to the scholarship, and then you prepare your documents and get it. Listen, you guys, all of this scholarship, as well as so many other scholarships, are in the database. If you are subscribed to the database, you are going to have access to all of these opportunities. The link is in the description box. Click on it, sign up to the database. That database, as I'm going to put it here again, it doesn't have just scholarships, it has everything. Even now that I've spoken about this scholarship, I'll put the research resources there so that you all can go there and research more about it by yourself. I'm going to put like everything. Please subscribe to the database. You are not going to regret it, okay?